Hello and welcome to the third video in the series. In this video, we are going to go deep into Sublime Text plugins. Now, I'm assuming that you just got your Sublime Text downloaded and installed, so you can go ahead and launch it. When you launch Sublime Text, your version may not necessarily look like mine because I have changed my theme, but every feature should be the same. So, what is a Sublime Text plugin? Sublime Text plugin is an add-on that extends the functionality of Sublime Text. In this video, we are going to take a look at how to install 3 of Sublime Text's most essential plugins. The first of all is autosave. What does autosave do? If I go ahead and create a new file with Ctrl N and then I type something, what we can see is that this file is not saving as we type. We may have to go to File, Save, and then save this file. Or we can equally use the Ctrl S on the keyboard to save the file. But what if we want to save as we type? Now that is where autosave comes in handy. With autosave, all that we have to do as developers is to edit and write our code. We don't need to use the Ctrl S any longer because the plugin will be saving as we type. So let's just go ahead and see how we can install the plugin. To install autosave, just like any other Sublime Text plugin, the first place we have to visit is the control package or the package control. To launch package control, hold down on Ctrl Shift and P if you're a Windows user and type install package. Then you wait for the repository to load and then you search for the package that you want, which in this case is autosave. Then we wait for it to install and then we learn how we can use it next. Well, now that we have it installed, the next thing is to learn how we can use the autosave plugin. To use the autosave plugin, first we are going to create a new file and then we are going to name this file or save the file as try.html. Now the next thing after saving the file is to save or turn on autosave. To turn on autosave, all you have to do as a Windows user is to hold down on Ctrl Shift and S. And as you can see the indication here, we have autosave on. Now when we type anything, we can just relax and have the plugin save for us, as we can see with the blue indication right here. So that is just about it for autosave, and it's good to know that this autosave plugin is going to help us as we begin the coding of the footer, because it's going to reduce the amount of time that we have to use our keyboard. Now the next plugin that we are going to use is Advanced New File plugin. What does Advanced New File plugin do? The Advanced New File plugin just helps us to create files more dynamically and more intelligently. What do I mean? I can hold down Ctrl N to create a single file. But what if I want to create a file and also I want to create a folder and store that file in that folder at the same time? With Advanced New File plugin, I do not have to involve File Explorer at all. But without it, I may have to first of all click here, then I have to go to New File or find a way of creating a new folder in my projects directory. But what if a plugin can just do that for us by both creating a folder and a file? And that is what the Advanced New File plugin does. So let's go ahead and install it. Just like any other plugin, we hold down Ctrl Shift and P, type install package as usual, wait for it to load, then we type Advanced New File. Just like this. Wait for the one to install also, and then we learn how to use it. Okay, now that we have it installed, let's learn how to trigger it. To trigger the Advanced New File plugin, all that we have to do is to hold down on Ctrl Alt and N. Then we have an option to create a new file or a folder with a path. So what if we wanted to create a folder called PHP, and in that folder we want to create a file called index.php? All that we have to do is to type in php/index.php, just like so. Enter, and then we get an error. Now this error is because we are not currently working in any directory, so the Sublime Text does not know where to create the folder and the file. So we are going to go ahead and then choose a working directory, or first open a folder like so. This way we can go ahead and trigger our new file plugin, then type the name of the folder we want to create as in PHP, then /index.php, enter, and then we have it. So when we get back to the sidebar, which shows us all our folders, we can see that we have a PHP folder and then we have an index page within it. So that is pretty much it for the advanced new file plugin. Now the next plugin that I want us to study is Emmet. What does Emmet do? Emmet is a plugin that will help us to write less and do more. We can just write a very simple syntax and then expand it to its full value. Let me demonstrate that. To demonstrate that, I'm going to go ahead and first remove this from the project so we have a clear area to work with. Then I'm going to create a new file and call this index.php. Okay, now in this index.php, normally when we are working with HTML, which I don't want you to think about the details of it now, what we will have to do is to first declare a document type. The document type actually tells the browser the version of HTML we are using and some details about the page, whether it's going to use a French language or English language, all those things. We declare them in the document type. Now for HTML5, we declare a document type this way by typing in document type HTML followed by HTML tag. Then we can now give it a head, maybe a title, and etc. and etc. But what if there was a way to just write less and expand it to this full block of code? And that is what Emmet does. By the help of Emmet, we can just use a very simple exclamation mark and then expand it to that full value. Now, is it for only doc type declarations? No. For almost everything HTML and probably some other languages as well. So just like any other plugin, we are going to use the package control, install package, wait for it to load, then we search for Emmet. Well, we are not going to see Emmet here with my installation because I already have Emmet installed. But if you don't have Emmet installed with your Sublime Text version, then it should be here. We have some other variations, but this is not what I need. Once I have it installed, let's go ahead and learn how to use it. Some few seconds ago, we just learned how to declare a doc type. But what if I can just make the process a little bit easier? I will just use an exclamation mark and then press the tab on my keyboard and get a full doc type declaration. This is just how easy it can get with Emmet. So now that we've studied how to use these 3 plugins, I'll see you in the next video where we are going to take a look at Sublime Text project, working with project files. Thank you very much and bye.